You like riding horse? What? First of all, why did Temi Otedola carry the same hair from the beginning of the movie to the end? Like, she did one braid from the beginning down to the end. One braid, beginning to the end. Why?
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes.
Hi there, I'm Dyvynelydivine and I make lifestyle content, reviews, general advice. Basically, I take you through my life experiences and I hope that you can learn something from it. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the famous Citation movie. Now, this movie dropped on Netflix some days ago. It's starring the billionaire's daughter, Temi Otedola. I mean, she's more than just a billionaire's daughter, but I think a lot of people are more interested in seeing how she performs in her first movie debut. And it's actually produced by the biggest, I think the best, in my opinion, filmmaker in Nigeria, Kunle Afolayan. Everybody's really interested in seeing this movie and I just feel like I should give you guys an honest review because I just saw the movie a few days ago. So I'm sure you clicked on this video because you want to know if this movie is worth your 2 hours 30 minutes, or probably you've already seen this movie before. I'm going to let you know if this is worth your time. So without further ado, let's get into this movie. And yeah, sit tight, grab something to eat or drink. I'm having some wine and we're just gonna go over it. So let me just give you guys a general overview of what this movie is about to see if you really, like the storyline. The movie is about the star character Temi Otedola, who plays the role of Moremi. She is a 21-year-old who came to do her master's degree in Nigeria. In the course of her journey, she meets this lecturer who is very well seasoned, and she's obviously a very bright and brilliant student, and things happen and the lecturer ends up, trying to assault her, trying to sexually harass her, and she wasn't having it, so she reported him to the Senate and they did this whole big Senate hearing and eventually she came out victorious. Okay, you guys are probably familiar with the documentary that came out a few months ago by Kiki Mordi, Sex for Grades, which is kind of what the story centers around. In terms of that, the storyline is really very strong and very educative. It's a very serious storyline. So yeah, I'm just going to tell you why you should watch this movie. Now, if you really want to see beautiful, nice travel destinations, then definitely watch this movie. This movie touches around places like Dakar in Senegal. It takes you to the island of Cape Verde. It takes you to beautiful places here in Lagos. If you're a filmmaker or a YouTuber or anything and you really like watching well color graded videos, this video has one of the best color grading I have seen in a while. If you're really interested in seeing karate, if you like karate, you're into martial arts, you just want to see martial arts or lack thereof, okay? If you're bilingual like me, then this movie is definitely a must watch because it's really has a lot of languages. It has Yoruba, it has English, it has Pidgin, it has French, it has Portuguese. So if you're interested in seeing like backstabbing, betrayal and just girl friendships going sour, definitely check out this movie. There was a lot of time traveling, going back in the past, coming back to the present, and it just really made the movie like flow very seamlessly. Yeah. So there was a lot of Africanism that was infused into this movie, which I really like because I love any movie that just depicts like African culture and representation of Nigerians. And yeah, they also infused African music as well. A lot of movies, Nigerian movies, I mean, not every movie is going to be the same, but a lot of Nigerian movies, they really get carried away by using like international soundtracks and just, American music. But in this movie, there was the use of so many traditional sounds and they even brought like legendary Seun Kuti to the movie. So if you're interested in like African culture and African music, definitely should check out this movie. So yeah, enough of the things that I do like about this movie. I'm going to go into the things that I didn't like about this movie. Now, first of all, why did Temi Otedola carry the same hair from the beginning of the movie to the end? Like, she did one braid from the beginning down to the end. One braid, beginning to the end. Why? I feel like this was something that happened over a course of months, over a course of, a year. Time flew, time passed. I mean, she traveled, she came back with the same hair. Come on, guys, wigs are not that expensive. You could have just worn her a wig or start her natural hair, just did something. But having one braid throughout the whole movie, that was really cringy for me, even though they tried to like style it and pack it in different ways. I don't know, I feel like they should have just changed her hair, like made it more realistic, but then again, that's just my opinion. But let's just deep dive, quickly just go through some of the moments I think in the movie could have been a bit better. Some moments I think was not relatable enough or good enough. Let me just highlight on those moments and then I'll give my final remarks. For instance, in this particular scene, after the lecturer introduces himself to the students, he then goes out and everybody is just running behind him to find out. Like I said, he's a well-seasoned lecturer, so everybody wants to, just be close to him. And Iniedo goes and tells him that she wants to be the mother of his unborn children. Like, not realistic. Now in this particular scene, you can see Koyejo lurking like around the window of the Moremi's class. Koyejo is like, you know, her boyfriend eventually. But if you guys study in Nigeria or went to Nigerian universities, first of all, you cannot be lurking around the window of any class because lecturer is going to walk you the fuck out. Like, lecturers walk you out of the class if you just walk in a minute after they've entered and you want to stand on the window. Not realistic, guys. So in this particular scene, you can see Koyejo warning Moremi that African men usually just see anything as a green light, and that is so true and relatable. Like, maybe because she didn't study in Nigeria, because if you did study and grew up and lived in Nigeria, you would know that, you know, the way African men think. So just mind your business, let them mind their business, because the moment you try to extend an arm of friendship, then the next thing they're asking you is, what's your bra size? So this particular scene is so true and so relatable, guys. Anytime a man asks you, do you have a boyfriend, just run. Just pick up your slippers and run. You know, he's saying, oh, don't call me sir, call me by my name. See, anybody say, don't call me, it's a lie. Call them by their sir, call them Mr. You like riding horse? What? This was the time I would have gone to report if I were she, because what the hell is that? Now let me just give you guys a quick advice since you're already here. Now, if you're not interested in someone, or if you're not interested in having a relationship with someone, then don't put yourself in compromising or complicated situations, if that makes sense. Okay? So in this particular scene, we can see how karate saved her from being raped. Now, I feel like every girl should learn self-defense, like one way or the other. You should just really learn self-defense, because you never know what situation you might find yourself in. So this just brings my mind to just like say, like, whatever you're doing in life, whatever experience you're gathering or you're going through, just be present and just be conscious and just take it all in. Focus on it. Just try to do your best. Like, don't, I know most times it's very easy to get carried away by your thoughts, so like, you know, just like, oh, this thing is not important, but just believe that every single situation, every single place you find yourself in life is there for a reason. It's to teach you something, to prepare you for something. So don't just take every single moment away like, oh, I don't need this. You never know when you need it. Okay, so I just wanted to really mention that in this particular scene. I'm sure she didn't know that one day she was going to need this karate, or lack thereof. Now this particular scene where Koyejo and Moremi hugged, that was, I think it was a really touching and relatable scene for me. Now let me explain to you guys. In Africa or here in Nigeria, we're not really so big on PDA. Like, we're not really so touchy, feely, kissy, especially in front of adults. Now you can clearly see that they were in front of an adult here, and you would expect this particular scene, you would expect that they, you know, kiss because it's such an emotional moment, but that didn't happen, which I feel like was very realistic, because here in this part of the world, we don't really do PDA. Now this is the biggest climax of all. Moremi walks into the class and everybody's cheering her on. Now you can just see her friend Amy there, Gloria, burying her head in shame. Now I don't know why girls are like this. Why is it so difficult to just maintain a genuine, authentic girl friendship? Like, why is it so difficult? Okay, like, this girl was your friend before this man came into the picture, so why do you have to fight her because of a man? You even went to the extent of giving like false testimony at her hearing. That was just really low. And this should just go out to every girl out there. Like, we shouldn't be tearing each other down, we should be bringing each other down, we should be building each other up. I'll rate this movie a solid 7.5 over 10. It was such an interesting movie. It was such a strong and important message. The cast was the most impeccable thing for me. I feel like every selection, like every particular actor in this movie played their role down to the teeth, like even the members of the Senate. Now, obviously, to the star of the movie, Temi Otedola, she did fantastically, if there's any word like that, she did fantastically well. She did so well. I'm not even saying that because I personally like her, but I mean, for this being like your debut, this is her debut, her first ever, you know, debut in Nollywood, and she did so well. There was a lot of code switching, you know, and she actually just executed it very well. You know, obviously her Yoruba could have used some more work, but that's fine, you know, I'm not a Yoruba police. But she did so well. Like, she sounded just like a native speaker of French. I don't know if she learned French for this movie or if she can speak French prior, but she just depicted the movie. She depicted her role. She acted it so well. I'll give her a solid 7 over 10. The main takeouts I think we should take out from this movie is that let's just respect one another. This one is particularly for like females. I feel like let's put in more energy in building each other up and not tearing each other down. Let's always try to remove ourselves from situations that are uncomfortable. Like, don't put yourself in situations that could potentially like land you in harm. if you are in any dodgy situation or you see yourself in any place that you don't like, try to avoid putting yourself in such situations. Now, the final advice is like, whatever situation you're going through, whatever dilemma, whatever ordeal that you're going through, you're not alone. There are people out there that are actually experiencing the same thing. All you need to do is just to come out and speak up. Sorosoke, as we say it in Yoruba, come out and speak up. If 2020 has taught us anything, is that don't sit down for things that you're not cut out for. Like, don't take bullshit from nobody. Don't endure anything that you can't put up with. Speak up. You might feel like you're alone, but guess what? You're not. People are going to rally around you. People are going to support you. You're going to find your crowd and they will fight for you. So I'm just also saying this out there. If there's people that are actually currently going through things like this or have gone through things like this in the past and wish that they spoke up about it, it's not too late. It's not too late to fight that fight and to speak up about it. Trust me, there's always going to be someone out there who's going to be able to help you and you finally get the happiness that you are looking for. That is my review on this movie. Let me know what you think about this movie in the comment section. Do you like it? Is it insightful enough for you? Do you think I did justice to this review? Do you feel like it was a good review, or do you feel like there are some things I didn't say, or were you a bit disappointed? Let me know. If you've seen this movie, let me know what you think about this movie. Do you agree with my review or do you disagree? And if you haven't seen this movie, does this review make you want to see this movie or want to not see the movie? I really want to hear about that in the comment section. And I'll see you guys in my next video.